You turn off the lights. The room instantly changes. A chair becomes a shadow. A jacket hanging on the door suddenly looks like someone standing still. You know nothing is actually there, but your heart beats a little faster anyway. The real answer is far stranger. Your fear of the dark isn't a mistake. It isn't childish, and it certainly isn't random. It is one of the oldest survival systems your brain has ever built. For thousands of generations, your ancestors lived in a world where darkness changed everything. During the day, they could see predators from a distance. They could recognize safe paths, find food, and stay close to other people. At night, all of that disappeared. The human eye is not designed to see well in complete darkness. Compared to animals like owls or cats, your night vision is surprisingly poor. When the sun disappeared, your ancestors lost one of their greatest survival tools. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest 50,000 years ago. The fire is slowly burning out. The sounds around you become louder. Leaves rustle in the distance. Something moves behind the trees. Is it just the wind? Or is it a hungry predator? The problem was that waiting for the answer could cost your life. Your brain discovered something remarkable. When information is missing, it is safer to imagine danger than to ignore it. Think about it. If your ancestors mistook a bush for a lion, they wasted a little energy by becoming frightened. But if they mistook a lion for a bush, they might never survive long enough to have children. Evolution rewarded the people who were cautious. Generation after generation, that cautious brain became your brain. Today, lions rarely wait outside your bedroom, yet the ancient survival system is still running quietly in the background. This idea is supported by something psychologists call the negativity bias. Your brain naturally pays more attention to possible threats than to possible rewards because missing danger has always been more expensive than missing an opportunity. Have you ever noticed how a strange sound at night grabs your attention instantly, while the sound of your refrigerator quietly humming disappears into the background? That isn't an accident. Your brain constantly filters information, searching for anything unusual. Darkness makes this job much harder. Without clear visual information, your brain starts making predictions instead. Sometimes those predictions are wrong. A pile of clothes becomes a person. A tree branch becomes an arm reaching toward you. A shadow seems to move, even though nothing has changed. You're not seeing ghosts. You're watching your brain fill in missing information. The famous neuroscientist Anil Seth describes perception in a fascinating way. According to his research, your brain doesn't simply record reality like a camera. Instead, it constantly makes educated guesses about the world and then updates those guesses using information from your senses. In bright daylight, those guesses are usually very accurate. In darkness, there is less information available. The guesses become much less reliable. That is why ordinary objects can suddenly appear mysterious after sunset. Your ancestors benefited from this system. You inherited it. Research by psychologist Daniel Kahneman also helps explain why this happens. He showed that your brain has a fast thinking system that reacts almost instantly before your slower, logical thinking catches up. You hear a sudden noise. Your heart races. Only a second later do you realize it was just the house settling or a window moving in the wind. Fear arrived first. Logic arrived second. That order kept your ancestors alive. Darkness also changes the way your hearing works. When you cannot rely on vision, your brain automatically pays closer attention to sounds. Tiny noises seem louder. Silence feels heavier. Every unexpected sound becomes important. Have you ever noticed how your own footsteps sound different when walking alone at night? The environment hasn't changed very much. Your attention has. Even your imagination becomes stronger. When children fear monsters under the bed, Adults often smile because they know monsters are not real. But the child's brain is responding exactly as evolution designed it to respond. When the world cannot be fully seen, the mind creates possibilities. Growing older gives you more knowledge. It does not erase millions of years of evolution. Thomas Juncker, an evolutionary biologist, has argued that many modern behaviors still reflect challenges faced by our distant ancestors. Fear of darkness may be one of the clearest examples. Electric lights have existed for only a tiny fraction of human history. Your brain has not had enough evolutionary time to completely adapt. So tonight, when you switch off the light and your imagination suddenly becomes more active, remember something important. Your brain is not trying to scare you. It is trying to protect you. The shadow in the corner may only be a chair. The sound outside may only be the wind. But your ancient survival system would rather investigate 100 harmless shadows than ignore one real danger. That tiny burst of fear is not a weakness. It is an echo carried across thousands of generations. And every time darkness makes your heart beat just a little faster, you are experiencing a small reminder that although your world has changed, your ancient brain still remembers the night.